is okay tonight. So, hello everybody. It's
Hi,
a reading
everyone.
sprint time. I have two of my best friends here on the internet, Summer and Taya, with me tonight. I'm so happy to have them back on that I was like, you know what? Reading sprints is not enough. They're going to be in my reading wrap up live show at the end of the month too. I was like, let's just hang out all month long.
Of course.
So, I want them to introduce themselves in case you don't know. But please go check out their channels, check out their Instagrams. I love both of them. Taya reads a lot of thrillers, y'all. She's like we're either the same, like we're like, yes, or we're the opposite.
Right,
So
right.
I love
No
that
in
about it.
between.
And Summer, you read like a little bit of everything, I feel like. So you just have this like well-rounded content. So go ahead and introduce yourself, ladies, whoever wants to go first, and tell us what you're reading and all of that fun stuff.
Taya, do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Taya from 𝒂𝒂💏. So I read a mixture of like just so many different genres. So romance, thrillers, literary fiction, nonfiction, whatever. As long as it interests me, I'm going to read it. But my current read for tonight is He Started It by Samantha Downing. So this is another thriller. I'm trying to get back into my thriller bag like full force because I've been reading a lot of romances. So I feel like this is going to be a good kickoff to getting back into that.
Yeah, I saw that you just read another Beverly Jenkins.
Oh my gosh. You know, as you guys know, that's my girl. I can't stop. It's just her books are so addicting. And like I've been in a weird like reading funk. I don't want to say necessarily a slump, but just like, you know, just a little bit of weirdness with my reading. So her books always like bring me back to life. So love it.
I love that for you.
Yeah. How many of Samantha Downing's books have you read?
This is going to be my first one, to be honest. Really? I know she has, oh gosh, what is it? For Your Own Good or something like that. I think that's what it's called. Yeah.
And then My Lovely Wife.
Yes, I have to get those. And then I know she's coming out with a new one this year, which is called A Twisted Love Story. And I'm so excited for that. But I saw this when I went to Barnes & Noble and I was like, why not? It looks good. Sounds good. Let's read it.
Yeah, her other books, I love the covers. Like I have all of them. I've read all of them. But the Twisted Love Story, the cover, I'm like, please tell me this is not the finished cover.
Right.
Because
I think it's a little boring. It is.
It's boring and it's been done before. So we're looking for something else with that. Yeah. But I love her story. So I hope you enjoy that one.
Thank you.
Yeah. Because like My Lovely Wife, that is one of my favorite covers and also one of my favorite books. That one is so good. So I'm excited to read that one eventually.
Definitely. I'm going to add that to my TBR for sure.
Yes. Anyway, sorry. Hi, I'm Summer. My channel is Seasons Readings. Like Gwen said, I kind of read a little bit of everything. I love fantasy, I love romance, I love sci-fi, thrillers, horror, all of it. And tonight I'm going to be rereading Throne of Glass. I read this for the first time back in like 2016 or something. And I'm actually getting a Throne of Glass tattoo in April. So I was like, this is the perfect time to like reread one of my favorite series. And it's just like the best. I'm having so much fun. I'm already a little ways in, but yeah, that's what I'm reading.
Yay. Well, obviously, I'm Gwen. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to be reading The House in the Pines by Ana Reyes tonight. It's a Reese's book club pick. I'm actually buddy reading this with Jessie from Reading with Jess. I started it earlier today, and I'm currently on page 98, and I'm really enjoying the writing so far, and the story has me very intrigued. But I don't want to say too much because I am vlogging the experience. So you'll see that vlog on a Sunday coming soon. Not this Sunday, but the next Sunday. So stay tuned for that. Okay, let's see. There's lots of comments. Okay. Jessie, of course, excited to sprint. Yes, I feel like Friday is such a good day because it like kicks off the reading for the weekend. So.
Oh yeah. Hi, Keisha.
She's in her fantasy era. We love that.
I am so stoked about it. My jaw was on the floor when I saw her Instagram post today. I was like, I am watching this vlog so fast.
Yeah, like, shocking the whole world. What was so great is she actually went to the library during when we did the Let's Get Graphic readathon. So me and Elizabeth knew that she got that book. And she's like, I'm doing a secret video for it, guys. Don't tell anybody.
I love it.
And I was like, oh, man. So that was super fun. Hey, Kayla. Continuing the soulmate tonight. Hey, Sandra.
Oh, I have
Out of
that book.
Love. I've been so interested by that one. I love the
Same.
cover. I love the
Mhm.
premise, but I never hear anybody talk about it,
Right.
Sandra. So
Same.
don't let me down, girl. Post about it in Discord
Yes.
and let us know. Hello, Kelsey. Oh my goodness. If it's not one thing, it's another. Down with norovirus, laying in bed, but still reading The Golden Spoon. Man. Hello. Thanks for joining. Hey, Gabby. Yes, your sister and your mom and your Oma. That's so exciting.
That's so fun.
Sweet.
What a fun weekend, Gabby. Sorry to be that person, but I'm starting a book for a secret blog. Oh my goodness, you guys. It's like all the people get on here and be like, secret. 𝒑𝒏𝒂𝒔 by Holly Jackson. I still haven't picked that book up, but I did like her trilogy that she wrote, The Good Girl's Guide to Murder.
Never read it.
I read the first book, I reread the first book, and then I continued in the trilogy. I think it's a good YA mystery thriller. I love the podcast elements. I like the extra stuff in the book. So I'm interested about 𝒑𝒏𝒂𝒔, but it takes place like during spring break, I think. So I was like, I want to wait till around that time. Or do you guys do that? Like if a book takes place during a certain time, you're like, I'm going to wait until.
It depends. Like sometimes, like I didn't used to be like that, but then when I started to really get into like booktube and stuff, I was like, okay, I understand the whole like seasonal thing, but I don't know. It really just depends for me.
Yeah, you're that mood reader.
Right, exactly.
Oh, I love that. Starting Finley Donovan is killing it tonight. That's a good one. TGIF to you too. Started a nonfiction called An Immersive World About Animals. I'm not sure if I'm in the mood for that. Might begin Finley Donovan Jumps the Gun. I kind of fell out of that series, and I don't think I'm going to pick up the third one. Really enjoyed the first one. I gave it 4 stars. Thought it was fun. Read the second one. I was kind of like, it's not really my thing. And then I've heard kind of the same thing about the third. So I think I'm not jumping the gun. I'm jumping out of there.
I agree. I think I'm going to do the same thing.
I feel bad though.
Yeah. I know like everybody loves it, but I've heard consistently from people that the second and third books just like aren't that great. They're just okay. So yeah.
I got too many other
books. The first book either. So like now that I'm reflecting back on it, it's not one of my favorites.
I mean, I forget all the details. So I mean, except for like the main plot that everybody always says when we talk about it. So.
All I think of is like Panera Bread. Like that's the thing you have to mention if you're like giving us an It's the most ridiculous thing.
And she was sitting in a Panera Bread?
No, literally everybody says it. It's so funny.
Oh my gosh, we're so basic. Tayah, help us.
I can't. I wish I could comment. I like never found that series interesting. I'm not like a cozy mystery gal, so like, you know. But
I think you're okay to skip it.
Yeah, you're fine. You're doing just fine. Hello, Kendall. I'm glad I got my notification. House of Italian Breath.
Oh my gosh! All of the Sarah J. Maas.
Let's see. Experience that series. Yeah, that should be fun. Hello, Mad Honey by Jodi Picoult. She's one of my favorite go-to authors. Nice. Still have not read a Jodi Picoult book, but I know my friends like Jesse's read some of her books. Belena loves her books. I know other people that have read and loved her books. Continue with A Court of Silver Flames. Either that or a middle grade. All the fantasy people.
This is my sprint. Yes.
Summer's like, my people.
No, my people are here.
A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. It was great on audio. I agree. Really good on audio. Husband just delivered that pizza.
Sounds good.
Finishing Parable of the Sower by Octavia E. Butler. Such a stunning book. Great. Groovy Girl Reads. I love that name.
I know. I was reading that.
Yeah.
Painting my nails blue while we're chatting to match.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
I did help her pick the polish, just saying. I'm going to continue the fine print. I
That's
hope you
TBR.
enjoyed that one. Have you read it yet, Tayah?
I have not. I've been buying way too many books and not keeping up with reading them. But like I say this in every video. I'm prioritizing that. Like it'll be on the next PR, but I do need to read it.
Okay, so literally everybody was talking about the fine print. Okay, after the third book or the second book or whatever book was on the Goodreads Choice Award. And I was deterred. I was like, nope, I'm not going to read it. Nope, not interested. And then Tayah goes out and casually buys the book. And I'm like, she just told me.
I couldn't resist.
I literally, like, I'm watching Tayah's video, Amazon in another tab, buying the book.
I love that.
I've read it. So.
Oh my God, you read it already? Okay, I gotta hurry up. So we can chat. Oh my gosh, maybe I should switch books. I don't know.
Is that all?
Oh my gosh.
Kindle Unlimited?
It is.
No,
I found that out.
Sold me.
I love that I sold that to you, but like Summer, yes, I heard that is on Kindle Unlimited. Someone told me that after I bought the book, and I was like, okay,
great. My cousin,
thanks for saving me that money.
No, for real. No, my cousin is huge into Kindle Unlimited, and she's been telling me about the fine print for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I just haven't like made it a priority. But like now that a few of my friends have read it, I need to move it up a little bit.
I know.
It sounds really cool.
What I love about it is it has the first book. I've only read the first one, but it has so many romance tropes in just the first book. So I'm like, it literally has something in there for everyone. And then as you continue in the series, like there's different tropes explored, and it's pretty cool. And I know Jordan read the third book on her little vacation. So I'm like, I do want to continue. Is it a priority? No, but I do want to continue. So yes, everybody's excited about Keisha reading her fantasy, The Lost by Natasha Preston, and then read The Wives by Taryn Fisher.
Ooh, nice choices, Blake.
Solid. Nobody is more surprised than her. Finished Phantom Limb, and it was just okay. Oh, well, I'm still going to read it. It's going to be amazing for me. That's the Lucinda Berry book, because I would just want to love all of her books. Okay, Buried in a Good Book, like 5 minutes ago, and loved it. Wasn't like, go pick it up. Well, I have it because she sent it to me, so I plan to read it soon.
I need to read that one.
How to Sell a Haunted House. Did you read that, Summer?
No, I'm like, I don't know.
Was it on your TBR or something?
I think it's on my TBR. Like, I think I want to read it. I have the Southern Vampires, whatever that one is. So I need to read that one too. But
yeah, I only have Horror Store. Like, I still have not. It's literally sitting right here, and I still have not read that book.
Yeah, Horror Store. That's the only one that I haven't read that I'm interested in. I've read the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. I've read the Final Girl support group. I've read My Best Friend's Exorcism, and I've read this, How to Sell a Haunted House. My favorite was My Best Friend's Exorcism, and then the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, which is a chunky book. I read it in a day.
Oh, wow.
It was that addictive? You could have put it down?
It was the writing. It wasn't even the story so much. Like, yeah, the story was good, whatever, but like, it was the writing. He has like this like horror quirkiness to him that it's like almost like funny. And I was like, I'm vibing with this like quirky, funny horror. I like. So
I need to check him out. Yeah, I gotta read this.
Yeah, the Horror Store. I love the setup of the book, how it looks like a a catalog
IKEA catalog.
It's so unique.
Yeah.
Yeah. I read My Best Friend's Exorcism for the movie watch that you did, Gwen, and I didn't like love it, but I love how he writes horror.
Yeah,
like, the horror scenes were so like the worm scene. Oh my gosh! I literally. No.
With the movie, we were like, how are they going to do this scene?
I know. Yeah.
Well, I'm scared.
Insane.
Yeah.
But you need to read it just so that you can find out.
Is it like body horror, though?
Is
it? Because I hate body horror. I can't do it.
It's not
I wouldn't
really.
Okay.
Kind of.
Okay.
borders on there. Just this one thing though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not like anything like she's like growing things out of her
Okay.
or like nothing like that.
Okay, good.
But it's gross. Like I will like it's gross. So you'll have
Okay.
to, I don't know. Yeah.
Julie. Love Jodi Picoult. My favorite is Small Great Things. Highly recommend. Hello, welcome, Samantha.
Hey, Samantha.
I can't say 𝒍�𝒏𝒂𝒔. I don't know how to say it. Wilder Girls by Rory Powers. I read that a while ago. The Villa.
Ooh,
Nice.
I got to get to that.
All the Dark Places.
Hi, Samantha.
Nice. I love it. It's like the scream for the little pictures. I love that. Wilder Girls on my TBR. Fine print. Oh yeah, you did just buy that tonight. She showed me that. Let's see. It's so good. Legit though, Tayah mentions a romance book, and I'm automatically sold on it. No doubt. I know. Long shot. I cannot wait.
Kennedy Ryan, we love it.
Yes, I'm so excited. I can't wait to get to it. What's fine print about? Never heard of it. Who wants to pitch it? Tayah, you want to say, or I'll say? Okay, well, it's basically like, it starts off, it's a trilogy. So there's 3 different brothers in the family. The grandfather has died. And the first book starts off like at his funeral. And the grandfather is kind of like Walt Disney. He created, the family has this like theme park that's like $1 billion business. It's super it's basically Disney World. It's called like Dreamland or something. Okay. Well, he dies. And of course, you know, they think that, okay, they're going to be handed over the business and stuff. But the grandfather gives each of the his grandsons a letter and says, here's a task that you have to do to get your like portion of the inheritance. And so in the first book, he has to create a project like within the theme park or something like that. So he's doing that to get his portion of the inheritance. And then after he comes up with this project, then he has to present it to this board. And then they say, yeah, you did it. Good job. Or they say no. And if they say no, then he doesn't get his inheritance and there's no second chances. But it's obviously a romance too. So in the process of him like trying to complete this task, he meets a girl and things happen. So I don't know what the other tasks are for the other brothers. That will be in their books, but it's like a romance book. And there's a family that has like a Disney World-esque park thing.
Great. That was a good synopsis.
That's the best I
because I always just read it. I'm like, I cannot put this into my own words.
Yeah. Middle grade book, The Parker Inheritance. I have not heard of that one. What Lies in the Woods. First time joining. Well, welcome, Dolores. I hope you enjoy your book. Hello, Elise. Reread. Oh, you're doing your reread. I'm hopefully optimistic for you because I know you were nervous about that. And then Jessie is back. She's got her pizza and she's ready to read. Okay, so I did a little, let's see, springtime, nighttime greenhouse for our ambiance because I'm over the winter. We're moving into spring. We don't have much longer until spring, but we're going into spring tonight, and hopefully this will be good, cozy vibes to read to. So let me see what time it is. It's 8:20. Let's go ahead and read until the top of the hour. All right. Okay, how did we do?
Good. My book is really good so far. Love the writing.
That. How far did you get?
I got to page 30 but there's like no chapter numbers, so not sure,
Okay.
but I'm on page 30. Yeah.
Okay, nice. What about you, Summer? You are muted. I just want to forewarn you.
Thank you. I made it to page 113 and chapter 15. It's so good. So the first book is like, so she's like an assassin and she has to like compete in this competition to like earn her freedom basically. And she was like trained to be an assassin from like a young age. And I just really read the part, like a part that I forgot where she's saying like, somebody asks her like, what's the scar on your right hand from? And she's like, well, the person that trained me said that I wasn't skilled enough with a sword with my left hand. So he said that he could either break my right hand or I could do it myself. So she broke her own hand so that she could like learn how to fight with a sword with her left one better. Crazy. Like, I don't know. But I just read that and I was like, I forgot that that's how bad her upbringing was. But anyway, it's so fun. I'm loving it. The competition is about to start in this chapter. So
Ooh,
it's
fun.
Nice. I have read that book. It was a long time ago.
Really?
But that's as far as I went. I didn't read any of the other books. So have you read more books in the series?
I've read the whole series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've read everything by Sarah except for her like Catwoman book. I'm not interested.
Some random.
Yeah, no.
Some random.
So I've read all of the Throne of Glass books, but
Wow.
I read them as they were still coming out. So like, I read this one, The Assassin's Blade, A Crown of Midnight, and then Heir of Fire, and that was all that had come out at that point. So the other books I had to read as they were published. So it's been spread out long enough that I've forgotten enough things, and I don't know. I also just felt like it was time to like revisit some favorite characters. Because I read 𝒂𝒗 like I don't even know how many times. Like 𝒂𝒏𝒄 at least 10 times. So it was time for Throne of Glass to have its moment.
Yeah, I love that you're rereading so much this year, like revisiting favorites, because I feel like sometimes we just don't make enough time to do that because we have so many books on our TBR, so many new books coming out that you're just like, I don't have time to reread. So I'm glad that you're making time for that.
Yeah. I feel inspired, Summer, so I need to get on that.
It's so nice. It's just
Yeah. Well, my book is going good. I'm on chapter 22, page 161, and very interesting. It's like I don't even know the direction that the story's going, but I'm here
That's
for
good.
it.
Yeah.
So
I feel like if you don't know, it means you'll just be even more surprised.
yeah, just like I don't know like what the point of the story is, but it's good so far. So
you like the writing?
yeah, the writing is really easy. It's not like flowery. It's not like boring. It's just kind of telling the story. And it's kind of there's like a past and present. It doesn't say like past or present, but it's kind of like she's reflecting on the past type. And there's like some Guatemalan like culture, and I think her dad was the one that was from Guatemala. And so that's kind of interesting, kind of a backstory. But it's also about this guy, if you don't know anything about the book. So our main character had this friend. They were best friends, like all through school and stuff, up until probably like right before she went to college. And she saw her friend drop dead at the drop of a hat while she was talking to this guy named Frank. So it seemed like she wasn't, I mean, I'm not sure, but it didn't seem like she was like dating him, but it was this guy that they kind of like met over the summer, and her friend just like dropped dead. Like he didn't do anything to her. She was just like talking to him and she dropped dead. So that was in the past when they were, you know, like 18 going off to college type age. And now she saw this, she was browsing. And the death was like a unusual circumstance. I don't know what it was. It was basically like we have no idea how she died. You know, the family did an autopsy and everything. Nothing showed up. They were just like, okay, she just died. Which okay, random. But then so she was on medication, she went to counseling, she did all these things. And she kind of has like little bits of like insomnia and stuff like that. But she comes across a video on YouTube like girl suddenly dies in a diner or something like that crazy. So she watches this video and these two people come into a diner and it's Frank, guy, and he sits down in the diner and then another girl that looks similar to the friend and like her sits across from him and all you see is like they're talking and then all of a sudden the girl just dies right there on the diner table. And she's like, okay, first time, okay, maybe I was the trauma, okay? But a second time, something is fishy.
Right.
So she's trying to, like, so she goes back to her hometown and she's trying to figure out, like, okay, what is going on?
That sounds
And
so
it's just
interesting.
That sounds so good.
Yeah.
It's so weird, but like, you know,
look into that.
Yeah.
If it's like speculative,
I don't
would give
know.
it 5 stars. I already know. I know that you wouldn't, but I would give it 5 stars. So I need to read that.
So Elise is loving her reread just as much as she remembers. We love that for her. Ready for spring. Yes. Perfect ambiance. Hello, Lena. Also, we're reading The Time Traveler's Wife. Love that. Hopefully you're loving it. Let's see, finishing up a new movie on Disney Plus called Shank and Dunk. I literally saw the previews or whatever for this last night. And I was like, well, they kind of spoiled it with the title, but you know, I still think it looks really cute. Hello, Rachel. Kind of hibernating this weekend. Good for you. Start off a relaxing weekend. Yes.
Love that.
YA Mystery, Live Your Best Lie, and then continuing in on Dawn of Onyx. Do y'all have any horror book recommendations? Taking a mini road trip tomorrow and stopping at Barnes and Noble.
I love that.
Well, I have a couple. Well, one is just Rachel Harrison in general. I love her books. She's kind of like that, the opposite of Grady Hendrix in a way, but like, you know, she has that like funny, cozy horror vibe. I've read all of her books. I enjoyed all of her books, some more than others. If you were going to pick one of her books, I would go with Such Sharp Teeth. That's been my favorite so far. And then another one that I would recommend is, so Craig DeLuey has a couple books out, and I know his newest release this year is called Episode 13. I haven't read that one yet, but I did just recently read The Children of Red Peak by Craig DeLuey, and it was very interesting. It's kind of about these kids that when they were younger, they were in this religious cult, and then they've kind of, you know, dealt with some trauma and stuff, and now it's like years later, and they're kind of possibly going back to Red Peak to handle matters. A little bit speculative, but it's a good time. Actually, yeah, I have it on my, looks like this.
Yeah, I like that cover.
Yeah, it's like a forest, but it's actually upside down. So here's the forest in the sky, and then it looks like that.
Oh, that's cool. I love that attention to detail. Love
yes. Because David Deacon and Beth live with a dark secret. They grew up in an isolated religious community in the shadow of the mountain Red Peak, and they are among the few who survived its horrific last days. Years later, the trauma of what they experienced never feels far behind. And when a fellow survivor commits suicide, they reunite to confront their past and share their memories of that final night, like when they were in the cult. But discovering the terrifying truth must put them on a path back to Red Peak, and escaping a second time could almost be impossible.
I remember you telling me about that one on Marco Polo, and I was like, ooh.
You need to read it, Summer.
I think that we said something along the lines of like, oh, cult era.
Yeah. I was like, I'm going to get Summer in her cult era.
Yeah. I was going to say my recommendation for a horror is one that's very polarizing. A lot of people don't like it, but I loved Just Like Home by Sarah Gailey.
Summer, you're the only one I heard that like that one.
Really? I want to say, oh, who else?
Summer's on an island by herself.
Yeah, literally. I think I know that Elizabeth from Ponytails and Paperbacks has read it, but I forgot what she rated it. And then I want to say that Lauren from Lauren Love Reads has read it, but I might be making that up. So I don't know. But I feel like me and Lauren kind of like the same horror thriller types of books, especially ones that are polarizing. So I don't know, but I really like that one. So that's my recommendation.
So I'm not like really a horror girly, and Samantha, I'm sure you know this because you heard me talk about this on Erin's channel, but I noticed that I'm starting to get a little bit into survival horror, not like a huge bit, but I read The Island by Adrian McKenty, and I know that's more a summer read, but like I cannot shut up about that book. Like it was so good, and it's gonna actually be turned into a Hulu series. I'm not sure when, but it will be turned into a Hulu series. So I definitely recommend The Island by Adrian McKenty. And then I also love The Hacienda by 𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒌𝒔. That book, excellent. No notes. Like that book made me realize how much I love Gothic horror in particular. Like, I mean, I have the picture of Dorian Gray right here. You can't really see it, but like that's like one of my favorite like classics of all time, and that's a Gothic horror book. So like I knew I liked the genre, but that book, The Hacienda, really solidified it for me. So those are my two recs. But I'm gonna try to branch out a little bit more in horror this year. I'm gonna try. Not a whole lot because I can't do the body horror and like gross stuff and like the gore, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna try a little bit to branch out.
I know it's only been in the last couple of years that I've really started reading it and realizing like just like with thrillers, just with like any other main genre, there's so many subgenres, and you really have to like weed your way through and find your niche within a genre before you're like, okay, I actually like this, because there are a lot of duds. So you really just have to. But The Island, if you pick up that book, do it on audiobook. Like I had the physical book and the audio, but it has like sound effects, and that was a great recommendation. I love that.
I wish
book.
I knew that because I would have listened to the audiobook for that, because I can just imagine it now, like how much of an experience
it is. I was reading the book, and all of a sudden I was like, who's shooting somebody? And then I was like, no, it's in my book. Literally though, that was a reenactment of me.
That was amazing. I love that. I needed that laugh.
Oh my god.
So there you go. And scene. Okay, next comment.
I love it.
Reading If You Tell by Greg Olson with my niece. Very cool. It is heavy and something. Vet. Maybe very. And you were going to say something else. Very disturbing. Here it is. Very disturbing. Yes. Yes. I have read that one. It is very disturbing. Yeah. Read it during the daytime.
Yeah.
Yikes. Read 25 pages and finished painting your nails.
Nice.
Oh, you're getting all chalked up. I love you, Lena. I watched Suits instead of reading. Hey, you're still here. You're still hanging.
Exactly.
The Soulmate. It's really good so far. Sally Hepworth does family drama like no other.
Oh, it's a Sally Hepworth book. Okay.
Yeah, the new one.
Okay.
I have not read Sally Hepworth yet.
Yeah.
I have, like, I got that one from Book of the Month, and then I have another one on my TBR. So I have two. So
Haley Hughes actually just talked about her books in a video because she like hauled a few. And I'm like, I gotta get on that. But some of her synopses sound very confusing. I don't know what it is, but
okay. One thing that may be the reason why it sounds confusing is because Keisha has read this one, A Book Like You. Keisha, she has read all of her books except for The Soulmate. I mean, it just came out, but she's read all of her books, and she said, please do not go into her books thinking they're a thriller, because you're gonna be disappointed. So she can pitch her books much better, but she loves Sally Hepworth books.
Good to know.
So that was good to know. I don't know about Soulmate. We obviously haven't heard many thoughts on that one yet, but Summer, Throne of Glass. It is a reread.
Yep.
Hey, you've read a couple. You did this. What was the first one? Starless Sea. You reread that.
I did quite a few rereads last year too. Like I reread It Ends With Us. I usually do like an annual 𝒂𝒏 reread because the audiobooks are on Scribd. But probably won't do that this year, but I did that last year. I reread From Blood and Ash last year. I can't think of other ones that have happened this year in 2023, but I don't know why.
I love that.
A lot of things.
And they're like huge books too. Like I'm inspired, Summer. Wow.
Thank you. Yeah, this one isn't like too big. This is probably like the shortest one out of all of them. But like, what's the last book? Is it Kingdom of Ash? That book is huge, like 900 pages, I think. So.
Goodness.
Yeah, I would not be rereading that.
I
accomplished it and we're done.
Right.
Right. I just want to be in the world again, and I have a few of the audiobooks already like saved on Libby. So the audiobooks are really great, and I really like them. I just couldn't get the one for Throne of Glass because I feel like for popular series like this, the first book in the series audiobooks are always like 100 weeks out, like kind of a thing. So
the worst.
No, it's terrible. I hate it.
Had my dogs out, 17 pages read. I read so slow, no problem. 134 of What Lies in the Woods. I'm itching to finish Kingdom of Ash, and you're making me seriously consider reading it this weekend.
Do it, Rachel. Do it. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, you do not have a good track record. Sorry, rereads are not for Geisha. But that's the thing. When I do rereads, I read like more recent favorites, like books that I've rated highly within like the last couple of years. There is no way I am going back to YA era Gwen and reading some of my favorites from 5-10 years ago. There was no way, because I know they were trash.
Like, exactly. I literally just hauled The Fault in Our Stars. Don't judge, guys, don't judge. But I just got The Fault in Our Stars because that was like one of my favorite books growing up. Like I was obsessed, and I was like, I'm not going to reread this because I know that I'm going to look back on it and be like, John Gray, what are we doing here? So I'm not going to reread it. But like I do have it just to have it on my shelves. But I agree. Like I plan on rereading Long Shot soon by Kennedy Ryan. Like there's just some recent reads where I'm like, I got to go back and annotate it because I just started getting into annotating like real heavily recently. So there's a lot of books that I got to tab up.
Yeah, that's nice. But yeah, some of those I'm just like, there's no way I could go back.
Yeah.
So
I feel like with Throne of Glass, like, I mean, I read this like forever ago in my like YA era, but this definitely reads more, especially in the later books, like adult fantasy. And I just know that I like almost every book is 5 stars. I know that I'm gonna love it as much, if not more, the second time, and I'm gonna get so much more out of it because I wasn't a very good like comprehensive reader. Is that the right word? Like I wasn't good at like being an analytical reader and stuff. So I feel like I'm gonna catch a lot more things this time around. So I think I'm gonna like it even more as a reread.
Yeah, I think series are good for rereads because you've been in the world for so long that it obviously cements the characters and the world and the magic and the politics and all that like more in your mind. So going back to revisit series is a little bit different than revisiting like standalones, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that.
For sure. And Summer, I love that you brought that up. Like, I feel like with what we do, especially, but also just reading for fun again, like in general, like I have become so like critical. And like, I love the fact that I can like look at a book now and I'm like, ooh, like I love this, but like, let me tell you why this is kind of problematic maybe. Like, I love that. So I agree.
Yeah, Tayah's like, also, I want you to read this book, Gwen, but don't be too analytical
Don't
with it,
be
okay? Just go into it for a good time, Gwen.
Look, there's some books where I have to tell you guys where I'm like, look, this was camp. Like, just keep that in mind. Don't take it too seriously.
Yes, I love that. Always warning me. Let's see. One of your favorites in the series.
This is my favorite too.
Battling a Toddler. The Life of Battling a Toddler. I'm thinking about that book that you're reading, Summer. What's it called? Not that one, not Throne of Glass, but the other one, the baking one.
Oh yeah, it's
Battling a Toddler.
Oh my god!
I don't know why it just reminded me of that.
Now I'm just gonna like read that book and imagine like all the characters as toddlers, like just fighting. Oh my gosh!
I reread Tamora Pierce books every year. She's the only author I ever reread from. She writes fantasy that's pretty much interlocked with each other.
Oh, cool.
I'm eating a popsicle. Where the corny jokes? Oh, I know. I miss the jokes on the popsicles. revolt.
Oh,
Take them back.
I
You should
forgot.
take the whole box and then take them back and be like, I thought there was going to be at least
Right.
one on this or not. I need a refund.
You know, there's probably someone out there that has done that. So look, working in retail, I've seen a lot of crazy things. So I wouldn't
Oh
be
my
surprised.
goodness. I bet. Let's see. Main character of her first series is 11 to 22 years old. The same character. She's up in another series at 30. Okay, yeah, so she keeps aging. Okay.
Cool. I like that.
I'm sorry I didn't read, but you made over 100 Jello shots.
Priorities.
Shot.
Love it.
Oh my god. I've never had a Jello shot. but
I
really
love
want to.
Jello shots.
I just want to
they're so
know, what is Jessie doing?
good. Okay, well, Jessie lives in a town that they go out for St. Patty's Day.
Oh, wow.
And I think that's this
Oh.
weekend in her town.
Okay.
And she got voluntold to make Jello shots.
Yeah.
Oh.
But Jessie, we should make Jello shots. Oh, that would be so good. Because like it's literally like eating Jello, and then the next thing you know, you're like, "Whoa, I had too much Jello." Oh yeah, of
yes.
course, the
I
winter
forgot.
pickle.
Yeah, that one is so good. So atmospheric. It'll make you feel cold. Like, so good.
Another good recommendation: We Spread by
Oh,
Ian Reed.
I cannot read that. I've seen you guys talk about it and like I want to, but my grandfather actually had Alzheimer's, so I was like, I don't think I can do that. I'll probably
Girl,
be too triggered.
I was not prepared because I am
Mhm.
currently, my mother-in-law is dealing with memory things, and it was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah. Oh,
But it is a good book, and he just has like a way with horror that it's kind of like, it's not body horror, it's not, it's just, it's different. It's
yeah.
just so good. Patient by Jesper DeWitt for a horror novella.
That was good.
Did you get the generic brand? Sometimes they skip you on the jokes for the value pop.
Like, I can't.
They don't even have flavors. It's just like purple, orange, blue. Oh my goodness, the value pops, man. Lena, that's like from experience, right?
Mhm.
Oh man. Such sharp teeth from the library. Yay! Patient. You better be sharing those. Yep.
Okay, yep.
Made
Wow.
all the colors. Oh my goodness.
Love
That's so fun.
That's really fun.
The Last House on Needless Street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Taya,
Oh.
you will like Reach Bread, I think. Oh yeah. You should
I
talk
love
to her
to
about it
watch for
because she has a family member as well.
Okay, Lena, we'll connect because I'm interested, but like that concept, and again, I get triggered so easily with books. So I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do the dementia, like the Alzheimer's, but we'll talk.
She was like, Gwen, I need to know how deep does this go? So yeah. Sorry. Yes, me being a dork. Okay. Oh my god, I was the same way with the island. See? People were like, where is this coming from? It's like, hide your kids. They shoot phones. For real. Because like it's not like the whole audiobook is like that, but like certain things, and it just came out of nowhere. I was like, what is happening? It sounded so real. Yeah, the soulmate, so jealous. I'm going to.
We're gonna have
These are fake
problems.
words. Reading a lot more like a thriller than her other books, so that's good to know. Nice. Let's see. They're buying all sorts, trying to find jokes and nothing. Man. He's over my dumb joke here, but I'm living. I love it, Samantha. Oh my goodness. You can send me jokes anytime because I love to laugh. They're on thriller lists. Yeah. Mismarketed. Sally Hepworth. 15 years. Should not have read those spicy scenes. Have you read? Yeah, she didn't get it yet. Wink, wink for April. Bruce reads a lot. My uncle is currently in hospice and in a memory care unit. He thinks I'm his high school girlfriend. But that book made her feel seen. So maybe just prepare yourself for it. But, you know, okay. My mom has Alzheimer's and I enjoyed it. So, yeah, it's kind of like one of those like cathartic type reads. Like you kind of do feel like, okay, I'm not the only one dealing with this because this really sucks. So
and you kind of just have to read it to see if it's going to be for you, essentially. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well, we finally got through the comments so we can get back to reading. Let's just go ahead and read to the top of the hour. And then are you guys good to stay until like 11 Eastern? Like, so we'll do like this sprint, then we'll come back and then do one more sprint.
Yeah.
As well. Okay, good. So we'll go to the top of the hour. I'll try to be faster with the comments and then we'll do another sprint.
You're good. I might turn my camera off to eat really quick. But
no eating allowed, Summer. No camera off, no eating. You have to read.
I'll be back. Don't worry.
Okay. Bye. Oh, let me fix this. Time flies when you're having fun.
Exactly.
Wait, Summer.
Every time. No, I was just saying that went by so fast.
It
Like
did.
I heard the background noise stop, and I was like, I bet the internet connection just like tripped for a second. There's no way. Oh my god.
I know. So how's it going? How's your books?
Oh my gosh. I was so engrossed. Like I said before, the writing is so good and the chapters are so short, but like I love snarky writing. I really do.
Yes, we love that. Yeah, I made it further. I feel like here I am at the end of the book. And I'm like,
God.
I feel like I know what's going on now. No, I mean, I did have an inkling because there's definitely like red herrings along the way, little breadcrumbs and stuff, which I like. I like when there's breadcrumbs. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Same. Do you think you're gonna finish it tonight?
I don't know. Like I have, let's see, I'm on page 212. I mean, I could if I wanted to, because I only have like 100 pages left, but I'm not trying to push myself.
Right.
So, let me turn off this annoying banner. Let me know how you guys did in the comments. Did you actually read this time, Jessie? Forget reading, get to Jello slurping. Let's go.
I know. I kind of want to like go get a drink now.
Okay, actually reading this sprint. We shall see. Time to check in. Face the music. Yeah, they have to harden up first. What did the sushi say to the bee? Wasabi. I love it. Oh my goodness. Did you hear about the discovery of the new mummy in Egypt? He was covered in chocolate and nuts. They named him the favorite.
I love that.
Oh my goodness.
That's literally one of my favorite chocolates. So like perfect.
Mine too. Didn't read much that time. Made some tea, took my contacts out, and recorded some vlog clips.
Impressive.
Nice.
Yeah, getting cozy, it sounds like. 40 pages read. Nice. I finished The Soulmate. Excuse me, the audacity for her to have written a book like that. I don't know what to feel. I think I loved it, but I also feel emotional. I don't like emotions. I love that for you, Kayla, so much. I love when a book has conflicting feelings. Like,
I know.
that was quick. Only read 10 pages. And my husband always seems to be watching movies that distract me. That's why I'm like, I come in our office and I'm like, go away.
Right.
Yeah. The Soulmate will be your first then. Nice. Let's see. She wrote a thriller that made me emotional and want to cry at the end of my brain. Can't compute.
That's how I feel when I read Lisa Joel.
Yeah, you're just like, I don't understand.
Right. And I get all sad. At least the end.
Yeah. Read 19 more pages. The book is getting more interesting on page 153 now. So I know. I knew you would be excited about that. Let's see. You think she'll like it a lot? Well, I hope so, because she's on a roll. She's rated like, I think all of her books 5 stars.
Wow.
So that's good. All right. Well, that was a quick one. We have one more in us. Do you guys want to just go ahead and sprint until the top of the hour, or we should come back at 50, and then that way we have like 10 minutes to chat, and then wrap it up. We like that plan. Okay,
yeah, that sounds good.
Perfect. All right. So I'm gonna go grab a drink on this one, just some water, nothing fancy. But yeah, I'm gonna go grab a drink. Let's see. It's Sally Hepworth and Lisa Joel. I know both so good. Okay, we'll come back at 50. We'll wrap it up then. All right.
Sounds good.
Let's do this. Can you believe it? Even that went by, and that was a long sprint.
I know.
Yeah, it was.
But I got a lot read, and I got some answers in my book, so I'm loving that. But still have a little bit to go. How'd you guys do for the night?
Good. I made it to page 163, and I'm like almost halfway. So I'm probably just
Nice.
gonna keep reading tonight after the sprints and stuff.
Nice. I did notice that Keisha, she's going to do some late night sprints.
Okay.
So like right after these sprints, she's going to do sprints. So I thought I'd let anybody know that's interested. So yeah. What about you, Tayah? How'd you do?
That's great. I actually got to page 110.
Nice.
And like I said, it's just there's like that's the one thing I love about thrillers is that like there's all these puzzle pieces. I've said this before in a lot of my reviews, but you get like all these puzzle pieces. Nothing is connecting yet, but wheels are turning. And so
Yeah.
I'm like really enjoying this so far. But like there's like a cross-country road trip. Like that's the setting of this. So it's like there's stuff happening with the family, like external stuff, people kind of sabotaging them. No one knows why. So it's a lot going on. But
I just love that for you. I can't
so
wait for your
fun.
wrap up to figure out all your thoughts and feelings.
So excited.
Yeah, that's so exciting. All right, let's get through these comments real quick. Soulmate was my book of the month pick. Excited to read it. Me too. Next month on my Patreon, we're doing a book of the month, like clear out. So all the ones that I've not read yet, that's what I'm going to be reading in April. Good night, Katie. She fell asleep during the previous sprint, so I thought that was great. I'm going to sign off for today. Thanks for the sprints. Yes, of course. Just finished The Lost. Can't decide if it's 3 or 4. The ending was wild, but it wasn't as good as The Cellar. Now on to the wives. 75% through already, so maybe I can finish 2 books tonight. Well, if you're still reading, go to Keisha's channel. Let's see, hopping off. Yeah, Jessie was tired. She gets up early for work.
Yeah.
Yep. Continue sprinting on her channel. I love it. Kayla got a piece of Oreo cheesecake. You're gonna give it 5 stars. But you know that won't be the case for everyone. And doesn't really matter. No, who cares what other people think? It's about your reading journey. I've got more reading in me tonight. Awesome. You guys know where to go. Thanks for the sprints. What a great way to start the weekend. I agree. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining me. We definitely have to keep this train going. We got to do this more often.
Yes.
Because I just love your company and I love our chats and our laughs and stuff like that. But anybody that's still watching, they're both going to be on my channel at the end of the month for our March reading wrap up live show. I have some fun games planned. It's going to be a good time. So come back and join us again at the end of March. But yeah, I guess everybody have a good night. Hop over to Keisha's channel if you still want to read. And if not, you're probably already in bed. So bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.